Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to do internationalization in Ruby on Rails. So let's get started. So we will be referring this documentation, but before that we need to do our project setup. So first I'll just run this command. What is that command? Okay, I'm just pressing Rails new and whatever is your app name. Okay, sorry. So here you can see this was the command. In case you missed it, Rails new whatever is your app name, so it will create the project for you. So I'll just open VS Code and here is my project. I'll just open it inside VS Code. Now the first thing is we need to now this is not related to internationalization, but what I will do is I will just create one separate page called products, because later on I will, like, you can do internationalization for any page whatever you feel like, but I want to show you one cool trick for separate pages as well, which you can do with Ruby on Rails. So let's just wait for this project to set up. Hopefully it should be done. So here I'll just cd to my app. Okay, now like I said, I want to create a separate page. So for that, first I'll just generate a model, bins Rails. You don't need to really do this, but I think in production application you will have a model most likely. So I'm doing that. So I will create a model name product, and it will have one what you would say property name string. Okay, sorry, it should be like beans slash. Okay, so it will create that for us. Then we need to do the migration as well. So bin slash Rails db colon migrate. I'll run this and it will generate the migration for us. Then you need to go to config routes.rb, and over here we just need to write this resources colon, not post, but in our case it should be products. So it will create all the CRUD operation routes for us for products. Okay, then you need to go to controllers, so app controllers, and here we need to create one file called products underscore controller.rb, and here we just need to write some code. So I'll just write it like class products controller, something like this. So it has given me all the code, and I will just remove this. We don't have, we are not going to create any products as such. So I just want the index page, that's why I done all this stuff. So here you can see we are passing the index page. Then we just need to go to app views, go to, so just create one folder called products, and here we'll just create an HTML or an embedded Ruby file called index.html.erb. Now here you can write whatever you feel like. I will just write h1 products. Okay, and I can just close this, command s to save. So that's it. Now what I can do, I can just run this. So something like bin slash Rails server. So this should start our server, and if you go to localhost colon 3000, I guess, this particular URL slash products, then you should see our product. So I'll just come over here, I'll refresh this. Hopefully it should, here you can see we are seeing our h1 products. Now let's go to the documentation, because the document does a fantastic job of explaining this. So here you can see we are already, that's why I created this, so that I can match the documentation. So what the documentation says is you can just copy this code. So I'll just copy this code, okay, inside over here, command V. Okay, now from where am I getting this hello? So if you see the docs, they say that you need to go to config slash locals slash en.yml. So just go to config, okay, locals en.yml, and here you can see they have already defined something called hello world for this hello key, right? So if I come over here, I refresh this, here you can see I'm able to see hello world. So that's nice, but what if I want it in Spanish? So all you need to do is you just need to create this YML file. So I can just do something like this, locals es.yml. Okay, then I can just copy this code. So here you can see hello, the key remains the same, the value changes. So here it is in Spanish, so I can just paste it like this. Okay, now how do I see this? So firstly you will have to write some setup code inside your application controller as well. So just go to app controllers, application controller, and here I'll just copy paste all this code. Okay, so just copy this, command C, and I'll paste it over here. I'll do command S. Okay, now that is done. Now what we can do is, so we are already here, you can see we are on /products, right? But we want to see it's for Spanish, so we can go to this particular URL. So if I just open it like this, here you can see we are seeing Hola Monto. Okay, again I'll just go back, I'll just open it in a new tab, something like this. So here you can see it is in English, so I'm getting hello world, but here it is, okay, where did it go? So here it is Spanish, so I'm getting Hola Monto. Okay, now one cool trick which I wanted to show you guys is related to this. So this way you can do more internationalization, right? You can add your more keys, whatever you feel like, and just use it like this. Okay, the key name. Now there is one more way. So suppose you want to use some internationalization only in the products page, right? So I'll just copy this, okay, and I'll paste it over here. But here now you can see we are adding this dot. Everything is same. Of course the key name is different, but here we are adding dot. Now why we are adding dot is because we'll write something like this inside our English en.yml. So we can write it like this because our routes is on products, we are on the index page of products, and this title should only be accessible from the index page of products. So that's why we are using dot title over here. Similarly for Spanish as well, we can do it like this. So I can just copy this, and over here I can paste it like this. Okay, now let's see, come over here. So this is the Spanish page, and here you can see we get productos, and here we should get only products. So yeah, that's how you can do internationalization in Ruby on Rails. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.